Vice President Kamala Harris makes abortion the main focus of her campaign today, just hours after discussing the same issue with Oprah. And former President Donald Trump makes headlines for telling a Jewish audience they could be responsible if he doesn't win the election. White House correspondent Owen Jensen reports. Owen.
Tracy, several things to get to tonight. First, the White House held a cabinet meeting today. Also, Vice President Harris joined virtually so she could hit the campaign trail. Donald Trump, meanwhile, heads to North Carolina for a rally this weekend. And in-person voting for this year's presidential election has begun, kicking off the 6-week sprint to Election Day.
Vice President Kamala Harris leaves Washington, D.C. for a trip to Georgia. Today's campaign stop focused squarely on abortion.
Women who are also being made to feel as though they did something wrong. The judgment factor here is outrageous.
Harris also railed against pro-life laws Thursday night during an event with Oprah.
Certain people who are in these state houses, and then starting with the former president of the United States, think they're in a better position than a doctor or a nurse to determine when their patient needs medical care.
Pro-life groups continue to challenge Harris, saying she supports extreme late-term abortion and wants to make taxpayers cover the cost. Bishop Michael Burbidge of Arlington calls on Catholics to renew their commitment to the legal protection of human life, writing, "May we witness, work, and vote so that all children in the womb will be protected in law and welcomed in love, and that all mothers and families will be strengthened by our support." Former President Donald Trump, meanwhile, speaking at the Israeli-American Council National Summit, telling supporters this is the most important election in the history of the United States and the most important election in the history of Israel, but also warned,
"If I don't win this election, and the Jewish people would really have a lot to do with that if that happens, because at 40%, that means 60% of the people are voting for the enemy. Israel, in my opinion, will cease to exist within 2 years, and I believe I'm 100% right."
Trump was the focus of a Secret Service press conference today. The agency's acting director blames communication gaps for not preventing the first assassination attempt.
We're at a pivotal moment in the history of the Secret Service, and at a pivotal moment in the history of our country. And I've directed that the Secret Service embark on a significant paradigm shift that will redefine how we conduct protective operations.
And before traveling to Delaware to meet with some key U.S. allies this weekend, President Joe Biden held a cabinet meeting. When asked whether it's realistic to get a ceasefire deal in the Middle East,
"If I ever said it's not realistic, we might as well leave. A lot of things don't look realistic until we get them done. We have to keep at it."
Now back to the election. Voters lined up today to cast their ballots in Minnesota, South Dakota, and Virginia, the states with the first early in-person voting opportunities. About a dozen more states will follow by mid-October. At the White House, Owen Jensen, EWTN News Nightly.